Hello guys, and a big welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm back with an update, and this is with regards to the USA student visa appointment application. And I know a lot of students from the world over, myself included, would love to study in the US, and apparently with the pause that they imposed in May to visa appointments for students, everyone was just in limbo. I know for a fact myself, I got an email of the prospective college that I wanted to study with to say, Flo, bear in mind that visa application appointments have been paused due to a number of reasons that we're going to talk about in this video. And I've got good news today and a few tips and reasons we're going to go into detail today, because the pause was as a result of the fact that they wanted to implement a social media vetting process into the whole visa application process for the US for international students. So this has got nothing to do with the visa application that you're doing. So you could be on an F student visa, which is academic or M or J, educational or exchange program. This applies to everybody. So we're going to go into detail what then this means and what we can do, tips and things like that. So what that means is, as part and parcel of the DS-160 form that you fill in for the visa application process for the US, there has been additional questions that have been put in where they're going to ask for your social media handles. And I know we're all on social media, and this is social media as well. This does count as social media. Social media has evolved. It's no longer just a place of fun, but it has become a digital footprint, and etiquette and professionalism is key, as we are now talking about it impacting where you would want to study or who would want to employ you. And I can guarantee you, as soon as you see other countries starting to implement some of these things, what that means is other countries could be following suit. They may not announce it, but they may start like pre-checking who gets in and who doesn't. And this is for reasons which I'm going to unpack in this video. So all the more reasons why you need to, stay tuned and watch this video until the end if you are interested in relocating on a student visa. And this has got nothing to do with age. You could be saying, I'm in my 30s, I'm in my 40s, but studying has got no age limit. You could then say, well, at the moment I don't want to study, but later on in life you want to study. So social media has become part and parcel of the vetting process. So what that means is, on that form they will ask you to submit your social media handles. This could be Twitter, this could be Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, you name it, and including your usernames. And they will be asking for accounts that you've used in the past 5 years, and that is a long time. And there is a criteria of some of the things that they will be looking at. Also, for those that would have their social media accounts set on private, part and parcel of the requirements is that you turn your private settings from private to public. Also, after submitting, what that means is visa processing officers would then have access to your social media handles. You're authorizing them to take screenshots, you're authorizing them then to go through everything, and at their discretion decide whether or not to issue a student visa to study in America. A decision will be best as part and parcel of your social media content, what you put out there, your profile, and the message that they may be a part and parcel of your social media accounts. So some may be asking, but why are they doing this and why now? This is not something that started now, but it has picked momentum. It started in 2019, this whole program of trying really to use social media as part and parcel of their decision-making process. But then it has picked up now, and it is now there. It is now part and parcel of the DS-160 questions that they do ask you. So and this is for the reasons of national security and ideological vetting. Each and every country has got a criteria and has got a trajectory that they want to take their national security in. So there's nothing that we can do about it really. If you want to visit a country, if you want to live in a country, if you want to settle in a country, then you got to abide with their rules and regulations. Some of you are wondering, so what is it that they will be looking for? They're looking for if your content or anything that you've put out there is hostile to the US government, their institutions, and what they believe in. Also, if part and parcel of your content has been in support of what they deem like as terrorist groups, anti-Semitic content or comments or sentiments, hate speech. It's part and parcel of what they're looking at, really. Evidence of violence or inciting violence or extremism is part and parcel of what they'll be looking at when they look at your social media content. So let's be careful. We are living in very, very volatile times. We are living in the age of technology, age of information, where you feel the urge to comment on each and everything that is going on in the world, and so much is going on at the minute. But if you are wanting then to travel to certain countries, you have to be mindful of how you conduct yourself on social media, what you comment on, and what you put out there. Because when they say social media, we don't know whether or not they will be looking at what you generate, or even probably they'll be interested in what you comment on, what you follow, and what you associate yourself with. So we don't know. We don't have all the answers, but then it's here. So suppose this is what they found in your comment, or they decide whatever that you've been putting out there, or your social media activities portray some of these things that I've spoken about. There are consequences. So this could see you facing maybe delays in terms of decision making. This could see you maybe having extended interviews, or interviews on top of interviews, to determine or to maybe give you a platform to where you can maybe have a say in the decision. And in some instances, this could lead to you being denied a student visa to study in the US. And I want you to bear in mind, we are a relocation tribe, and part and parcel of what I always emphasize is the fact that we need to be people that are truthful and share constructive information as far as what is it that we can do. One thing that I can guarantee you is, with technology and with collaboration, most of these governments now share information. That's why, they always say, if you have applied for a visa to go abroad, they will ask you questions for you to list each and every country that you have lived in for the past 10 years, each and every country that has denied you visa or granted you a visa in the past 10 years. So probably this could have an impact even on your future visa applications to other countries, or other visa routes that you may want to apply to. Suppose you've been denied, and the reason is based on your social media activity, portraying some of the things that I've mentioned, from extremism, inciting violence, supporting terrorist groups, hate speech. This could impact even the applications that you may make for going to other countries, for going abroad. So we have to be mindful of what we are doing. And I'm going to be sharing with you some of the do's and don'ts, some of the things that I do feel, tips of what you can do if you are near applying, or if you're thinking of applying for a student visa. So do stay tuned. So digital behavior has become part and parcel of your immigration profile, and I'm going to share with you some of the do's and don'ts that we need to do, especially if you're looking into exploring opportunities abroad. Let this not stand in the way of you pursuing your dreams, in the way of you really pursuing a career, or pursuing some studies that are part and parcel of what you've always dreamed about. This is something that you can navigate around. This is something that you can start building a profile around. How you present yourself out there, how you put yourself out there on social media platforms. There's no excuse to say I was ignorant. There's no excuse to say I was young and naive. Let's share this information. Let's bring perspective and insight into how we are building our persona, how we are bringing the person that we want to bring out there to the world. And this does not just only imply when you want to study. I've noticed that most companies now do go and check social media profiles, do go and check social media activity. It's not part and parcel of even your employment checks. So it's something that we need to be wary of. It's something that we need to start now to be proactive about, to start really being mindful about who we present out there, who we put ourselves out there as, especially online, because this could impact our future. This could impact our dreams, our goals, and everything that we've always dreamed of. So here is some of the things that I feel we need to do. The first thing that you need to do is to be honest. Be honest in terms of you listing down all the social handles that you've always had. Some people have got more than one profile. Some people have got more than one account on social media. Make sure when you're filling in that DS 160 form, you fill in correctly and as honestly as you can. Also check your online content, what you're putting out there. You are entirely responsible about what you put there, so just cross-check everything that you've been putting out there, what you've been posting or what you're going to be posting in the future. Be mindful of that. The third thing also that you need to do is to keep your social media clean. It could be behavior on other people's platforms, what you comment on, what you involve yourself in. Make sure it's clean. Keep it, I'll give you a few examples, be it, keep it around like just your pictures, your travels, your hobbies, the things that you like and love, and stay away from all other controversial content that may be out there or controversial topics out there, just in case it may impact your relocation journey. Do not lie. Be truthful when you're filling in your immigration application forms. Also, do not deactivate accounts when you are about to apply for your visa. They do have records, they do have a way of checking whether or not you've deactivated your account. So do not do this, because it can only lead just to a straight away denial, because they would question, why would you delete an account? Last but not least, do not panic. It's not the end of the world. It's not like you are being spied on, or it's just part and parcel of checks. So if you are an aspiring, clean, genuine student, then you need not panic. It's just your process and everyone else is going through it. Last but not least, here are some few tips and insights into what you can do. Start applying early, well in advance. Like we've said, these upcoming social media checks and vetting could delay or could lead to longer visa application processing and decision making. So apply early so that you don't miss out on your start date for going into uni. Prepare all the other documents like your financial statements, your I-20 forms, your admission forms, everything else that you need, and also all the other social media information that you need to submit well in advance. Make sure you build a good portfolio of evidence. Also, part and parcel of what you need to also do is to make sure that if you have changed usernames or you are using other names that are not yours, make sure you prepare all of that as well, so that you don't miss out on declaring other accounts that you may have. Also, part and parcel of what you may need to do is to be able to prepare in the event that you are being asked for certain gaps or certain behavior or certain comments. Just prepare in case those things could be asked in an interview. That's the whole purpose of why we do these videos, is so that we are adequately prepared, so that we don't miss out on opportunities because we didn't prepare. As you're going to go on, the US has got a different visa process to everywhere else. They do interviews where you get to be asked. So be prepared. You're going to be asked about your social media activities, be it comments, be it something that you put out there. Be able or be in a position to explain that. Also, it could be maybe a gap in social media. Suppose you've deleted a lot of content in between. Be in a position to be able to explain that in a convincing and genuine way. So what this means is that social media is now just become more than just a playground, somewhere where we go and unwind and chill. It has actually become a digital footprint. It has become part and parcel of our identity, who we are, our profile. So the US and everywhere else is still open for students, for people to go and study internationally. So just be in a position to be very genuine, transparent, and honest in every possible way that you can, so that you grab those opportunities. Guys, this is all I had for you in this video. If you found this useful and you're on a journey to relocate to the US on a student visa or to go and study abroad, please leave a comment, share in the comment, as I'm also on the same pathway and I will be sharing with you my journey and everything involved. So that's all I had for you in this video, and I wish you all the best if you're applying, and I'll see you in our next video. Bye for now.